Hey everyone, welcome back again to another Flutter tutorial. And in this session, we will look into how to add Lottie animations in our Flutter app. So whenever it comes to adding cool animations in our Flutter app, considering Lottie would be a best choice because Lottie actually provides with high quality animations that can be easily integrated in our Flutter apps. Say for example, we have added one such Lottie asset here in the Flutter app, and you can also see the animation here. We can actually get the replica of the same asset anywhere in the internet or as a GIF asset, but the difference is that while adding Lottie animation, we have entire control over the animation itself. Where in case of a GIF asset, the animation keeps on repeating infinitely in a circular loop and we don't have control over the animation in runtime. But it is not the case while adding assets from Lottie. Here we have added one such Lottie animation and we have three buttons right below it. So the first button is used to pass the animation during the runtime, and second is going to resume the animation from the place where it has passed, and final button what we have is something which repeats the animation from the very beginning. Here the animation is actually done, and if you want to replay the animation you can just click this button and it is going to repeat the animation. If you want to pass the animation anywhere in between, you can just click this button. It is going to pass the entire rendering of animation in the UI screen. And if you want to resume the animation, you can click this button and it is going to resume the animation from the place where it has been passed. So hope you got a better understanding why we need to go for Lottie while adding animations in our Flutter app. With this idea and without any further delay, let's directly jump into the coding part and start implementing this in our Flutter app. And this is going to be the Lottie website where we have tons of high quality animations, where we can actually download these assets in the form of JSON file or directly embed them in a Flutter app as a link. Say for example, if you want to download this animation, you can just tap over it, and before that you need to create an account here in the Lottie. Only then you will be able to download these assets. And you can actually customize this animation based upon your use case, or you can change the speed, the background color, color palettes, etc. You can download this as a JSON file. Now we have downloaded one such Lottie animation here in the form of JSON file. Once it is downloaded, you can add them in the project root directly under the assets folder. After adding them, let's head over to the pubspec and try adding this package under the dependencies. And always check for the latest version. Now after adding this package, let's move on to the main.dat file. Here in the main.dat file, the home points to my home page. The my home page is nothing but a stateful widget class. While handling any kind of animation, we need to make use of the interface which is ticket provider state mixin. First, let's start by creating the animation controller and initialize them in the init state. And whenever any controller is being initialized, we need to actually dispose them in the dispose state just to avoid any memory leaks. Here, starting with the scaffold, let's start by creating a column widget which is going to take the Lottie asset as well as the three buttons. The first widget is going to be the Lottie. Since the animation is actually placed in the assets folder, we make use of the lottie.asset method and pass in the relative path of the asset. Here it is asset/animations. You can actually see that we have the Lottie animation being placed inside the assets/animation folder in the project root directory. After which we need to specify the controllers. Finally, we make use of the onloaded method which is going to take the duration. Here the duration is nothing but the length of the time this animation should last. So you need to specify that here, only then you will be able to see the animation or visualize the animation in real time. Now let's start by creating the three buttons to keep control of the animations, and they are placed in a row wise manner. The first elevator button is going to help us pass the animation during the runtime. So we make use of the controller.stop of method which will actually stop the current animation being rendered in the UI screen. And the next button is going to be the resume button which will continue the animation from the place where it has been stopped. So we make use of the controller.forward of method, and final button is going to be the repeat which is going to replay the entire animation from the very beginning. So we make use of the controller.reset. First we will reset the entire controller and then we make use of the forward method once again to kickstart the animation from the beginning. Alright, now let's restart this app. In order to start the animation, we need to click this repeat button and pass this. We can make use of this button to pass the animation, and to resume it we can click this. And once the animation is completed, you can replay it by clicking the repeat button. Basically, you can just play around these controllers and customize your animation based upon the use case of your Flutter application. So this is all about how to add Lottie animation and control them in the way you want with the help of the animation controllers. Hope you guys found this tutorial useful. If you do so, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one.